27th of January 2025. And we have a number of very interesting news. First of all, we have Bowmore. It has a new design. We actually did already have that in the news. And now it also comes with an exclusive Sherry Oak Cask collection. We've already talked about the design, and now it will be implemented in spring 2025, so very soon. And now we do know more about the Sherry Cask collection. It's going to be a 12, 15, 18 and a 21-year-old Sherry Oak Cask. And they're also available on Whisky.com for the Netherlands and Belgium. Then we have a new rare batch from the Isle of Arran Distillery. Isle of Arran is going to have a rare batch number 15, and it's going to be peated sherry butts, limited to 4,024 bottles, and they actually do come from the Lochlea distillery. This is really rare because they actually don't do that anymore. They produced it with 20 ppm, and I think from last year or the year before, they actually said we're not going to do any peated anymore because that's going to be done by their sister distillery in south of Arran. And yeah, but this one, the very rare one that's still from Lochlea, is matured in ex-Oloroso sherry butts, and it is also soon available on Whisky.com if you want to buy it. Next up is Lochlea, written Lochlea. They do have their 6th anniversary, and they're actually coming out with a second whiskey that actually has an age statement on it, and it's going to be a 6-year-old, limited to 2,500 bottles. Next up is the Ardbeg House. We have already heard about that Ardbeg bought the Port Ella and the Isla Hotel, that was the name, and they're calling it now the Ardbeg House. They're still under renovation, but you can now actually book rooms for September with 12 rooms in total. The character will all be Ardbeg, and the heart piece of the rest will be the restaurant and the Isla bar. Then we have Highland Park 56. It's the oldest single malt from Highland Park up until now. It is limited to 170 bottles, distilled 1968, and has 47.1% ABV and is priced around 49,000 euros. Then we have Glenlivet 40 years. That is actually added to the core range of Glenlivet, so it's going to be having a bigger core range, and it's the oldest of the core range yet, obviously. It's going to come out yearly, so it's going to be like, yeah, is it a core range? Yeah, it's going to be a yearly update. It's going to be finished in a sherry cask, and it's going to be cask strength of 46.9% ABV. Then we have William Grants and Sons, and they're actually bringing out a Ladyburn. Yeah, they only produced for 9 years, and that's why they're really rare. And now they're working together with Chong-Hyun. Yeah, it's a South Korean artist, and it's going to be two single cask and a collection of 50-year-old single cask whiskies. And yeah, 11 of these of his workings of Chong-Hyun is going to be on the bottles, and yeah, it's very, very, very pricey and very, very, very rare. So if you want to buy it, you actually have to ask them at the sellers and actually ask for the price as well, because they are not telling the price to everybody. Then we have news from the United States in terms of whiskey. Old Forester is bringing back 2 whiskies, the Old Forester 1924 and the Old Forester 1910 Extra Old. All in limited numbers and unfortunately US only. Brown-Forman is in the news. Actually, they are cutting jobs, 600 jobs, and amongst them is the cooperage in Louisville. And that's actually the cooperage that I actually visited, and we have a film here on the YouTube channel, but I was there I think in 2015, and now they actually want to close in April 2025. The casks that Brown-Forman needs for, especially for their Jack Daniels, will then come from different companies. mostly probably independent staves. And yeah, they actually do want to have savings of around 80 to 90 million dollars per year. Then we have news from the international, yeah, a little bit of in our own terms. The Whisky.com live tasting is gonna be the Kavalan, and it's gonna be 3 malts from the distillery of Kavalan from Taiwan. It's gonna be on the 7th of February at 8 o'clock Central European Standard Time, and I'm gonna have a guest here. She's called Miss Kavalan in Germany, and she is Sylvia Engelhardt. If you want to actually taste with us and you come from Netherlands or Belgium, then you can actually buy live sets from the shop at Whisky.com. Yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.